Hey, what's up guys? It's Kephrii. It's been a minute since I made any real YouTube content. Yeah, I pump out gameplay videos, but it's just not the same. I know I look different. I'll address that in another video. I lost 85 pounds. That's a completely different thing. It's a different thing. Stay on task. So, the setup tour. You guys wanted to see my setup. So, I'm gonna run you through all my setups. So this is setup number one. It is a Ryzen 7 1800X with 32 gigs of 3200 and a 1080 Ti. It's not the most up-to-date specs, but it does get the job done. I mean, obviously, as you can tell immediately when you look at this setup, it's pink. I wanted my man cave, if you will, my basement to not be super threatening. Sorry, ignore Valkia in the background. I wanted it to just be very welcoming. And I thought, you know what? A pink setup really breaks that ice. And it just looks pretty. Look at it. It's so cute. So the Elite Atlas Aero wireless headset, the whole Razer Quartz lineup, 240Hz, 120Hz. That's pretty much that setup. Why do I have a guest setup? You're probably wondering. It's for whenever friends or streamers come over, they don't have to bring anything. You know, they can just sit down, play the game. I grew up doing a lot of LANs and people would have to take their equipment from one place to another, and this just removes that problem. Alright, this is setup number two, located directly behind the pink setup. I went with the Razer Mercury lineup. I wanted it to be very, like, you know, kind of silver, white themed. I just thought it went well with the case and the computer. Obviously we have the Turtlebeach Elite Atlas Arrows again. I love that fucking headset. But anyways, so this computer is an i7 8700K. There's a 2080 Ti in it and 32 gigs of 3200. It's what is this, 120Hz monitor on the left, 27-inch for more surface area. The main one's the 240Hz. It's got a Brio on there. It's just set up to where, again, a friend can come over, they can play, they can stream. They don't have to lug their crap around. Just quick and to the point. I don't know. Obviously, this is a little more hardcore of a setup than the first one. But, I don't know, man. I like to treat my guests right. So as you move away from the second guest setup, you'll notice there's a third setup. But before I get to that, we got the mini fridge and my socks. But there's the mini fridge. That's where I keep all my G Fuel. I keep some shaker cups. That way, you know, if a friend wants to grab a water bottle, fill up a cup, grab some G Fuel, they're good to go. Yes, I am sponsored by G Fuel. If you haven't watched me in a while, you can use code Kephrii for 10% off. Sometimes the code goes up. I don't know. I don't plug it that much. But it is something you can do. So if you buy it, then you're good to go. See, now I feel like I have to tell you what it is, because someone's gonna be like, well, what the hell is it? Why would I buy it? No sugar, caffeine. As you guys know, here, let me switch this up. As you guys know, I used to be like super fat, and that's a little harsh. Okay, I was overweight. I was 250 and now I'm 185. No, I'm 165. What am I saying? I'm nervous. I don't do this YouTube thing. So I used to drink 2 to 3 Red Bulls a stream, and that's 200 to 300 calories and a lot of sugar every stream. So I was looking for something that would just give me that caffeine without all the calories and all the sugar. Long story short, that's where G Fuel came in. So it's 15 calories, no sugar. I still get 150 milligrams of caffeine or some crap. It works for me. That's what I've been using. That's my replacement for Red Bull. But anyways, we're moving on from the plug. Alright, so this is setup number 3. Currently all the peripherals are Chris's because Chris is over here. Chris, Bowie, and Hayden are coming over. We're all hanging out for a couple weeks. However, she made it here first. This setup is an i7 8700K with a 2080 Ti, 32 gigs of 3200 RAM, and yeah, a 240Hz monitor and a 120Hz just sitting there. But again, these peripherals are hers, so I don't know. Usually it's got, usually it has an Ultralight Phantom mouse. It usually has a SteelSeries Apex Pro keyboard and a Turtlebeach Elite Atlas Aero headset. Alright, so now we're on to my stream room, which pretty much the same as last time. The only difference, I obviously removed the half wall. Still have all of the insulating foam to help with sound dampening and audio quality. Still have the Love Me wall, which is just a wall of stuff that I've accumulated over the years that mean a lot to me, that I really appreciate. Some of it's not up, but I'm lazy. I don't know, what do you want from me, man? This is like a little photo studio. That's where I take pictures of stuff that I should take pictures of. That's where my computer's at. This is where the stream computer's at. There's a lot of stuff going on in here, so let me start left to right. How about that? Okay, so stream setup. This is a Threadripper with a 1080 Ti and 32 gigs of 3200. The streaming computer also has a Elgato 4K 60 Pro capture card to capture my game in 1080 240 Hz. The Threadripper is obviously in that machine, and that machine has a backup power supply, and that's where the machine is set to be. I don't know, words. The keyboard and mouse, just some stuff that came with a pre-built. The monitor is just a basic 60 Hz monitor from back when I played Halo. You don't really need a fancy keyboard, mouse, or monitor for a streaming machine because you're not playing on it, you're just streaming. So really, the Threadripper does all the work at X264 and outputs to that OBS, which, let's see, we'll keep left to right. Boom arm, microphone, it's an RE20 XLR that plugs into a Line 6 UX2, which also has a cloud lifter down there at the bottom. All of that's run through a software called PodFarm. That's how my microphone works. So, fun fact. Let's see, continuing left to right, my Turtlebeach Elite Atlas Arrows. That's my wireless headset that I really like. I know people are like rolling their eyes like, oh, Turtlebeach. I promise you, this shit doesn't suck. I used their headset for 2 to 3 months before I accepted the sponsorship with them, just to make sure it didn't suck. Because I don't know about you guys, but I played World at War as a kid, and all the other CODs, and that's where Turtlebeach's domain was. Everyone knew them as a console headset maker. Their PC headsets are actually dope, and one of the main reasons why I use it, not to sell it further, but do you guys see this indent right here? Those 2 indents? That's not warpage. What it is there's a tab that you pull on the inside, and it allows to make space for your glasses. So since I wear glasses, that saves me a lot of fucking headache, like literally. I literally don't have to deal with my glasses being pushed through my skull. So anyways, code Kephrii for 10% off. Moving on. So, sitting at my setup, okay. Let's see, left to right. This is what, PG2598? 2598? PG2598? That sounds right to me. I don't know. If I'm wrong, I'll put it as a caption. All the specs for everything will be below, as always, in the description. It's a 240 Hz monitor. This one is a 165 or 185, I can't remember. It's a 27-inch 2K monitor. It gives me more surface area for stuff. Let's see, the Stream Deck is actually absurdly crucial. So there's my OBS way over there. And the only way I can change scenes is by the Stream Deck. Boop. So I find that to be extremely helpful, because I don't have to get up. Yeah, my mouse pad's filthy. It's just what happens when all you do is play games. So I have the Elgato Stream Deck XL. I literally don't know how I would stream without it, seeing as how it controls all my scenes, my mute, my next audio. I can control my lights from it, so that's how I turn my lights on and off. I control my win, loss, and draw from it. I control all my SRs and different roles for Overwatch from it. Literally, my entire streaming, like everything. Like that's how I stream. The microphone, that one is an AT2020. It's just the USB mic that I use for in-game, because the RE20 is what I use for streaming. This is an Apex Pro Steel Series 10 keyless. It's got the new OmniPoint switches. I think the activation force is like the 0.01 activation force. I don't know, that's something absurd. I still use the ROG Gladius 1. I still like the 2K polling. That is a mouse bungee from Thermaltake, if I'm not mistaken. I have lint roller and compressed air for the mouse pad. And that's pretty much all of that. My favorite thing, that's the newest addition, is this. I know you're tired of hearing Elgato's name probably, but the multi-mount. It's so fucking cool. It mounts to my desk, comes up, bends over, and it grabs the wall. No, it literally just gives me a hand cam. It shows my C922, and it gives an aerial view of my hand cam, which I think is absurdly cool. I was trying to find a way to get a nice hand cam. That's what these tripods were for. And for the longest time, those tripods were the only way I could do my hand cam. But now I don't have to worry about it. So I thought that was really cool. That's my webcam. It's the same one as before. It's what, the Canon Vixia HF or HG. It's either HF or HG. I think it's HF though. And I want to say 45? I want to say 45. I don't know. It'll be below in the specs, but it's a big ass camera. It's plugged in through a, you guessed it, Elgato Cam Link, which is how it gets to my computer. So the Elgato Cam Link can take any camera and actually turn it into a webcam. So I use the HDMI cord here to plug into the Cam Link, which then makes the computer identify it as a webcam instead of a regular camera. So that's how I have an amazing quality face cam, is through the Elgato Cam Link. Now that I think about it, a lot of my setup's Elgato, but it's good. Like the Stream Deck, the hand cam, the face cam. I mean, it makes sense. Shit's quality. Okay, all right. Let's see. What am I forgetting? So, computer. This is where I keep my computer. It's inside of a server cabinet. The server cabinet does not do anything. It's there, and it makes for a good cat bed for my cat. This is an i9 9900K overclocked to 5.1 with no offset. It is a 4800 RAM kit set to 4K with 16 CAS latency and a Kingpin 2080 Ti, which I don't really overclock that much because Overwatch hates overclocks. All that's plugged into a backup power supply. I mean, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. I feel like that kind of answers that. If you guys have any specific questions, you can ask, but I'll put all the specs below, so that's pretty much it for that. Outside of this, the two things to know which I think are pretty cool, you guys will see these lights right here. I used to use this giant light box over there, which I no longer use. So I like these because, as you can see right here, you can actually control the color temperature. I don't know if my camera can like depict that very well. Maybe if I like zoom out. You can change the color temperature as well as the brightness, which is kind of neat, straight from the computer itself. Temperatures, brightness, which, I don't know, I just thought it was kind of neat. Plus you can turn it on and off there. And it's desk mounted, so it takes up less space. And it's more customizable. I just like it. Elgato's been killing it lately. They're just killing it. So that's the Elgato key light. And yeah, what else? What am I forgetting? What am I forgetting, chat? What am I forgetting? Chat. Oh my god, my streamer's showing. I forgot this is YouTube. What do you guys say? What do you guys call it? Like comments? Is that a thing? Like, how do you talk to YouTube? Guys, help me. I'm awkward. I'll show you guys the last thing I can think of. So I'm gonna put you down. This guy right here is extremely portable and convenient. Woohoo! And you just plop them down, unhook, whoop. And voila! You have a green screen. So I thought that was super cool, and it collapses back down right away. I don't know, I like it. I use it for when I play PUBG or Apex or any sort of VR game. It's also portable, so I can move it to one of my 3 setups behind me for guests or something. That's pretty much it. That's the setups. That's everything, I think. I'll have all the specs below. If there's coupon codes that I can give you guys, I'll also put those. Like, I don't know, I think I get a 10% on Elgato. I think I get a 10% on Turtlebeach for you guys. I don't remember. I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember what I get coupons for you guys. But if I can get you a deal, I'll get you a deal. The stuff that I use, I don't use it just because it's sponsor stuff, like the Turtlebeach. I actually use it because I like it. The Elgato stuff, I also use it because I like it, not just because I'm sponsored. But for those that are like, yeah, okay, there's nobody else that makes a cam link. So there's no other way I could make my webcam work without a capture card. There's no one else that makes the mounts. There's no one else that makes the lights. There's no one else that makes the green screen, like, that's portable. So even if I didn't like them and I wasn't sponsored, I'm stuck with them. No, I'm just kidding. Elgato, if you see this, I appreciate you guys and everything you do for me. But I just wanted to let you guys know that the shit doesn't suck, so that's why I use it. Alright guys, I think that's it for my setup tour. I think that's it. If I forgot something, I'll add it later. Alright, appreciate you guys. Take it easy. So I knew I'd forget something. I always forget something. And I wanted to tell you guys, so since I have obviously all these setups, you've seen them. One of my sponsors gave me a computer, and I thought, I don't really need it, so I'm gonna give it away. So the way that that's gonna work, so that way every extreme couponer and Karen doesn't just enter the giveaway. It'll be for Twitch subs only. I know, I'm sorry. But it's the only way I could figure out how to make it where people only in my community would enter. Otherwise, you'd have like Fortnite kids enter, your extreme couponers, and I didn't want that. So any of the Twitch subs, there'll be a description, like in the description below. You can click that and you can enter. If you're not a Twitch sub, I apologize. There is the Amazon Prime thing, so if you have like Amazon Prime, you can sync it to Twitch for Twitch Prime, which gives you a free sub. And you can use that to enter too, so that works, and then you don't have to spend any money. But yeah, so I'll be giving away a computer. It is a, what is this thing? Let's see. It is a Vibe 2 gaming PC. It's a, what's that, a 3900X and a 2080 Super. I mean, it's pretty stacked actually. It's kind of absurd. I want to say it retails for $2,500. So since it's a $2,500 computer, that's the main reason why I did sub only. If it was cheaper, I would have done it for everybody. But I know that something like this would attract every kid and their mom entering the giveaway, and I really wanted to make sure somebody in my community won it. So this is the only way I could figure out how to do it. But yeah, I hope somebody wins. Bye.